February 3rd, on this day, in 1238, the Mongols conquered the city of Vladimir in Russia, marking a significant expansion of Mongol power. In 1451, Sultan Mehmed II, known as the Conqueror, inherited the throne of the Ottoman Empire, setting the stage for the conquest of Constantinople. In 1468, Johannes Gutenberg, the German craftsman and inventor known for the revolutionary printing press, died in Mainz. In 1509, at the Battle of Diu, the Portuguese Armada defeated a Mamluk Egyptian fleet, establishing Portuguese dominance over trade in the Indian Ocean. In 1690, Massachusetts issued the first paper money in the American colonies, beginning the use of paper currency in colonial America. In 1783, Spain officially recognized the independence of the United States, strengthening the new nation's international position. In 1809, Felix Mendelssohn, the renowned German composer and pianist, famous for the overture to A Midsummer Night's Dream, was born. In 1821, Elizabeth Blackwell, the first woman to receive a medical degree from a United States medical school, was born. In 1865, President Abraham Lincoln met personally with Confederate representatives, offering generous pardons in exchange for the South's surrender and reunion. His offer was rejected. In 1870, Iowa ratified the 15th Amendment to the United States Constitution, granting the right to vote regardless of race or color. In 1874, Gertrude Stein, an influential avant-garde American writer and Parisian salon hostess, was born. In 1876, Albert Spalding invested $800 to start a sporting goods company, producing the first official baseball, tennis ball, basketball, golf ball, and football. In 1894, the Dorigo, the first American steel ship, was launched from Bath, Maine. In 1898, Alvar Aalto, a celebrated Finnish architect known for his modern designs, was born. In 1904, Colombian troops clashed with United States Marines in Panama, highlighting ongoing tensions in the region. In 1908, the United States Supreme Court ruled that union-sponsored boycotts were illegal, applying the Sherman Antitrust Act to labor as well as capital. In 1909, Simone Weil, philosopher and member of the French Resistance during World War II, was born. In 1912, new football rules were introduced in the United States, including a 100-yard field, touchdowns worth 6 points, 4 downs per series, and kickoffs moved to the 40-yard line. In 1913, the 16th Amendment to the United States Constitution was ratified, granting Congress the authority to levy income taxes. In 1917, not yet involved in World War I, the United States severed diplomatic relations with Germany after Germany declared unrestricted submarine warfare. In 1920, the Allies demanded that 890 German military leaders stand trial for war crimes, holding them accountable after World War I. In 1924, former United States President Woodrow Wilson died at the age of 67. In 1927, President Calvin Coolidge signed a bill creating the Federal Radio Commission to regulate the airwaves in the United States. In 1928, Davidson Black, a paleoanthropologist, reported the discovery of ancient human fossils at Zhoukoudian, China, and named the new species Sinanthropus pekinensis, now known as Homo erectus. In 1931, the Hawke's Bay earthquake struck New Zealand, devastating Napier and the surrounding region. It was the country's worst natural disaster, resulting in 256 deaths and thousands injured. In 1944, the United States shelled the Japanese homeland for the first time at the Kuril Islands during World War II. In 1945, the month-long Battle of Manila began, a pivotal conflict during the final stages of World War II. In 1954, millions greeted Queen Elizabeth in Sydney during her first royal trip to Australia, marking a historic moment for Australian-British relations. In 1959, a plane crash near Clear Lake, Iowa, claimed the lives of musicians Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, J.P. Richardson, also known as the Big Bopper, and their pilot. The tragedy later became known as the day the music died. In 1960, the Italian film La Dolce Vita, directed by Federico Fellini and starring Marcello Mastroianni and Anita Ekberg, premiered in Italy to critical acclaim. In 1962, President John F. Kennedy imposed a full ban on trade with Cuba during heightened Cold War tensions. In 1966, the Soviet Luna 9 spacecraft achieved the first soft landing on the Moon, marking a major milestone in space exploration. In 1975, Egyptian singer Kulthum, one of the most famous Arab singers of the 20th century, died in Cairo. In 1984, the Environmental Protection Agency ordered a ban on the pesticide EDB for grain products due to health concerns. In 1995, Eileen Collins became the first woman to pilot a space shuttle, flying the Discovery and breaking new ground for women in space exploration. In 1999, American actress Angelina Jolie divorced actor Johnny Lee Miller after 3 years of marriage. In 2005, Alberto R. Gonzalez was sworn in as the Attorney General of the United States, becoming the first Hispanic person to hold the position.
Subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's events.